tonight, for allowing us to use the community space. We've been here many times throughout the years and very much appreciate that. And for those of you that are maybe watching this at home, we were just talking about how they were responding to a significant accident out on 87. I think it's just another fine example of how lucky we are and fortunate we are to have you folks serving our community. So not only thank you for allowing us to use the space, but thank you for doing what you do day in and day out. So, does anybody have anything for public comment here?
I'd like to make comment as long as
Sure.
the TV here, because I think there are times when there are people who might be watching who are not aware of the fact that there are 5 volunteer fire departments that serve the town of Plattsburgh. And believe me, that's a tremendous collection of resource that serves the town of Plattsburgh. It really is amazing. And then we have, in addition to that, the ambulance services that those are contracted. But again, those ambulance services provide tremendous service to the citizenry. So we're very fortunate.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna get right into some of the draft resolutions. One item I was asked to bring forward on the table tonight, and that was the first one, the telecommunications project. We're gonna give that a number 109. It's telecommunications project. Okay, when you're ready, do you mind reading that, please?
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh telecommunications consultant Richard Coleman has reviewed and approved all requirements of the telecommunications project. Whereas Richard Coleman has coordinated inspections of all said project and reports the requirements have been met and completed. Now therefore be resolved, the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to release said deposits outlined below plus accrued interest to date. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded to the water and wastewater director, finance manager, and the individual companies.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
By Weaver? Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? I'll just offer to you folks, part of the reason that Patrick asked for this to be moved tonight is he wants to get those checks out. We've been working together to do some generalized cleanup. You can see some of these accounts were opened in 13 and 12. Richard was on vacation for a period of time, so we're just trying to get that paperwork cleaned up. So
Is
So this some of the ones we
this will be one on that.
normal that they are open this long?
Again, trying to get some stuff cleaned up. And if you remember, some number of weeks ago, I brought the general concept of needing to put out an RFP for telecommunications. That's on the table. We'll need to go back to that. Team IPOC has actually got some thoughts and opinions behind that, so hopefully we can try to grab hold of it. But tonight, this resolution allows us to close it.
Yeah, just,
So the amount that we're returning is the current balance?
Correct.
in our planning meeting that Tom and I, as liaisons with the department, we talked about that in terms of what you just said, the RFPs. Thanks.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Mannix?
Yes.
Meg Lepe?
Yes.
Barb Weaver?
Yes.
Frank Cash.
Yes, and this resolution does carry. All right. Some of the other draft resolutions you will see include the draft minutes of April 25th. And then we begin to go through the process of our monthly reports. Following that is the standard workday reporting resolutions for both myself and Barb as it relates to
I see that your standard workday is only 8 hours. I was thinking you were putting in more than that.
the cap is 8 hours. So, and we did change on the standard workday reporting resolution. There was misslug of town clerk, it changed over to officials, so make sure that was appropriate. You'll see the standard workday reporting resolution as well. And then finally, there is the request for the historians conference. You know, one of the things that we've been trying to do is to get people to get material to us sooner rather than later. So I do applaud Dick Rogowski for getting the material to us sooner rather than later. So that will be up there for consideration, and we'll pull together a resolution.
This will be his first conference.
To my understanding, yes.
Are there actual draft resolutions for these? Because there weren't any online.
I can do what I have.
And they'll be up next week, I would imagine.
It's my understanding that, yeah, it's my understanding that the ones for,
There was,
not the historian.
there was telecommunication project and standard workday and reporting resolution, no names, no officials. That was all that was online.
We'll
This
cross-reference.
morning.
Anything for committee reports that anybody wanted to include while we're here? I know, Tom, you were starting to get in the habit of sharing some stuff that's going on with the recreation program. Does anybody have anything they want to share?
Recreation program is going great guns. They have all kinds of programs. The only thing that is less is the, I don't know, did we share this last time? It's the softball, baseball, but there are less participants there. But they're coping with that by combining some teams and combining different areas, so they'll still be able to have everyone participate.
The only thing that I would offer in the world of recreation is they did support the inaugural pickleball tournament that was at Clinton Community College this weekend, that was led by a group of grassroots efforts, and they worked in collaboration to support the Clinton Community College's Veterans Club, and they raised $2,000, which I think was a very wonderful thing. And then in other news, the Autism Awareness Walk held their walk for the first time in the town of Plattsburgh over at the Clinton County Fairgrounds, and that was a fairly successful event, and I think they anticipate maybe staying at that venue in the future. So those are just some of the activities. Seeing no further stuff, I would open it up again to the public. Any comment, issues?
I'd make a statement if you don't mind. You're speaking about the recreation program, just from a point of view as a citizen of the town of Plattsburgh. I appreciate it, everything the town does to support that program. I've got an 8-year-old son, as I know my counterpart here does too, and in the front row as well, we've got young kids, and all three of us as families take advantage of it. I think you do some great things, and you know, within the town group, and also with participating with the county group as well. I gotta take my son to baseball practice tomorrow night in the town league, so.
And I think also that not only do they have the regular ones and ones participate in, but there's always, they're coming up with a new type of thing where they can try it,
Yeah.
maybe just for a day or a week.
Yep.
And I think that's good for them to be able to experience all these different, even though they might not be competing in them or doing it regularly, get the chance to experience them.
Yep.
And that's why I'm really excited about it. I like this, the cross-country skiing and all the things that they do, just to show them. Doesn't mean that they're gonna be cross-country skiers or whatever, but the more that kids are exposed to, I think the better they grow, the better they are.
I know you probably know you get good turnout out of them, but it's appreciated. I know, I appreciate it, my family does, so.
Nice to hear that. Mine's 27 now, but so I can take you back at 3 o'clock.
They don't use it so much anymore,
I appreciate it
but maybe they will again.
Yeah.
They do have
Took
some adult
advantage
teams
of a lot of
that play,
things.
don't they?
What's that?
Aren't there some men's adult teams that play
Oh,
in
yeah,
town? So
Yeah.
a 27-year-old could.
Well, actually, I'm trying to see if he'd become a referee or
Oh,
an umpire or a coach.
I quit playing softball 4 years ago, so that was the last of the 60-year-old that I know of.
Well, I just appreciate your comments, and we'll
Yeah.
certainly bring that back to Mel and Aaron. I think that the town of Plattsburgh really is quite fortunate that we have two professionals
Yeah.
working on recreation.
Yeah, very much.
You know, it is a little bit different, it's a quality of life item, and it's sometimes hard to capture that in, you know, what we do as a municipality, but to hear that, it is certainly important. But I know that they're very open to constructive criticism too. I mean, they're doing some different things with programs this year, and every season continues to be a busy season, so let us know if
I kayaked for the first time 2 years ago through the
Me
town.
too, I bet you I was there.
Thank you, I'll just, thanks for having the meeting here. I apologize that we didn't get more attendance, like I said, we were wrapped up and just getting back from the call. One of the things that you and I had back and forth through email was to do this as the last stop tonight versus the first stop. Some of you that haven't seen the entire station or wanna see it again, or wanna take a look at, work right now is mostly cleaning and putting some stuff back together, but, I'd like to extend that opportunity.
We love it. All right, I enjoyed getting a chance to look at everything. Yeah. Complete tour.
I don't know how clean everything is.
We'll close this out at 7:41, and for those that want to take advantage of a tour, we do that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can say something if you wanna say
Oh,
something.
I didn't know if this was the opportunity to say
Sure.
something about it. Well, about the recent burglaries in Cliff Haven, I guess there's been some break-ins, and I don't know, is there information on that, or what they're doing to?
We have not been given any direct information. I can tell you that I've had some conversations with other, folks out in your area. We're in an interesting situation, meaning that we don't have our own police force. We work with the sheriff's department, we work with the state police. If we have some more information, we'll try to push it out to the homeowners association. I think that you folks have a unique vehicle to communicate some of that material out. But if you have any questions or concerns, I gave you my card earlier, feel free to give me a call, and we'll try to work it out directly and get you connected with one of those agencies.
Okay,
But because we don't have our own police force,
okay,
we're in a unique situation.
okay.
Next question.
Thanks, folks.
Yeah.
Would have been said, food,
Kevin Marker going to get some more stuff right here to get him.
some burgers.
Yeah. Got enough burger for the normal. So that we can get some more add to it.
I gotta find my key.